Sadio Mane was involved in a heated bust-up with Julian Nagelsmann, and their fiery exchange contributed towards the manager's departure from Bayern Munich. These are the latest reports to have emerged from German publication Bild. Their verbal altercation is said to have taken place in the dressing room after Bayern Munich had secured their ticket to the quarter-finals of the Champions League with a win over PSG. Mane was in fact injured for the first leg, but worked relentlessly to make himself available for the return fixture. That wasn't enough to convince Nagelsmann, however, as the Senegalese star featured just 8 minutes that night, and that sparked a furious response from the former Liverpool man. According to sources, he expressed his disappointment in front of his teammates, an outburst which left his manager feeling intimidated. Coincidentally, just days later, Mane started against Augsburg in the Bundesliga. The affair reinforced the notion that Nagelsmann had lost authority within the dressing room. Their altercation also sought to deepen the fractures within the squad, some of whom supported the manager while others, like Sadio Mane, wanted him gone. And as we now know, many of whom got their wish, as Julian Nagelsmann was surprisingly sacked by the club's board last weekend. The German tactician is now out of work, but considering the lucrative payout he's set to receive, he can afford to take his time. He has been linked with the vacant managerial role at Tottenham Hotspur, who parted ways with Antonio Conte just days later. But according to reports in the Evening Standard, Christophe Galtier is also of interest to Tottenham Chiefs. Daniel Levy and co hope to convince the Frenchman of joining the North London side this summer. RMC Sport expects the current PSG boss to see out the remainder of this campaign in the French capital. But in other news, Erling Haaland has found himself in hot water. No, not literally, that guy is ice cold as always. The Norwegian goal machine was caught using his phone while behind the wheel. The incident took place just hours after Manchester City's sensational 7-0 thumping of RB Leipzig in the Champions League. A game in which, let's not forget, Haaland netted 5 goals. Clearly he's not quite as quick as putting his phone away. The former Dortmund man was spotted using his device in the area of New Islington, just a matter of meters away from the Etihad Stadium. A spokesperson for the AA used all his quick wit to comment on the infringement. It's a straight red with no excuses. Holding your phone while driving is dangerous. For someone so effective at scoring, this is definitely an own goal. Yeah, we reckon they're quite proud of that one. Unfortunately for Haaland, his mistake could entail repercussions. The laws have tightened for this kind of misdemeanor recently. Anyone caught using their phone could face 6 penalty points on their licence and a £200 fine. But for those who have been driving for less than 2 years, they can even have their licence revoked. Haaland and his agent were contacted by The Sun, but so far have refused to comment. Well, he's a top guy for not speaking to The Sun at least. In other news, Neymar has announced via his publicist that his Twitter account was hacked on Tuesday, as was his sister's. It's been pirated, he proclaimed via the network. Twitter are taking care of the issue. At this time, I have no further information. As if we needed any, Ney. We think we've got the picture. So if you see any plugs for McDonald's or retweets slamming Kylian Mbappe, just know that it's not coming from the man himself. The Brazilian is still recovering from an ankle operation he underwent earlier this month. Okay, that's all from us for today for news from the footballing world, but don't worry, we'll be back again tomorrow for more. In the meantime, take care, and as always, football forever.